G'day everybody and welcome to another YouTube video review. Today we're going to be having a look at a bootleg Thanos figure. Now this is available on AliExpress. There's quite a number of versions of this. You can get him in boxed or unboxed. I went for the unboxed version. There's a box with a base plate. There's an unboxed with a base plate. You can get him with the gauntlet without the helmet. So I just went for the one that basically looked like the SH Figure Arts one. So I really love that design. I love the endgame look and the armor. Always wanted to see him in the armor, so great to see him in that in endgame. But I also wanted to see if he was scalable to my Marvel Select figures. The SH Figure Arts aren't too bad, but I wanted to get him a little bit bigger if I could. And when I was having a look on AliExpress and people sharing their reviews and just putting their product updates and people asking questions like to the size, he sort of came out and intrigued me a little bit. And for the price that he was, literally, $40 or whatever it is, well and truly worth having a go, especially if anybody who knows SH Figure Arts figures, if you buy the originals, which this one is, you know the cost of those ones. So anyway, let's have a look at this one. First thing here, as I said, you've got him up, a few comparisons there. You've got the SH Figure Arts there on the left. Behind him is the Marvel Select Thanos. And then in the front we have the bootleg. So from a height comparison point of view, let me bring the old trusty ruler in. You can see he stands at roughly around about, what are we looking at? I'd say 20 centimeters tall, maybe 19, 20 centimeters tall, which is quite nice because most Marvel Select figures are around that sort of 18 centimeter mark. So if I bring in the bootleg Captain America Marvel Select, you can see that Thanos is a little bit taller, which isn't too bad. And I suppose if you put him on the base plate, he gets that extra bit of height. So if you want to sort of set up a scene, then you can definitely do that. Accessories wise, as I said, he comes with a few things. Comes with a base plate. He comes with a sort of open palm, so you can either use his well and truly opened hand that he's got on there at the moment, or you can use this little one here, which will be used to hold the blade, I suppose, a little bit better. Also comes with a gauntlet that you can see there, which is quite nice. Closed fist. They've painted the gems on. So quite nicely, and just pops in, pops off with the plug. And the great thing about this, just as with the Figure Arts, you've got the helmet, which is just a bendable plastic. But they've really done a great job with the level of detail. They could have, for a bootleg, gone very half-assed, but in this instance, went really all out. As I said, when you compare it to the Figure Arts, it really is nicely done. Probably the main difference you can see there between the Figure Arts and the bootleg is the colouring. He's more purple in the bootleg, but I suppose at the end of the day, he looked very purple on screen as well at stages throughout his Marvel Cinematic Universe career. So you could go with that. The other thing we have is the blade. Let me just take that out of his hand. This is really well done. Again, bootlegs are just surprising me more and more every year they come out. So you've got the detail all the way through there, even the different colours with the shading. The handle could have been left grey, but they went to the level of detail to put that in. And that is quite nice. Size-wise, it pretty much stands 18 centimetres, so it's almost as tall as the figure, which rather imposing. Helmet-wise, just slides on and off, so whoop, there you go. You can have him in the helmeted version, or helmet off, if you like. And then let's have a look at the figure. So, like all good things, most bootlegs people will get concerned about the face, but you can definitely see no real issues there. Probably could have a few more furrows in his brow, but you've got the wrinkles in the chin, the ears moving across nicely. You can see how the armor goes all the way back up to the back of the neck. Lovely gloss finish to the gold all the way through. Moving down, you can see the armor as it works down through his legs, covering his shins. I'll spin that around. He does have no peg holes, so I don't know how the base is going to work with a peg, but he does stand really well. What have we got there on the bottom? There you go, copyright Marvel, so who knows, maybe it's not a bootleg. But for its price, you'd have to argue it would be. You've got the armor through there, moving around. back up. You can't remove any of this other than, as I said, you can remove his arms to place the gauntlet on this one, and you can just replace his hand on that one. But as I said, all in all, a really fantastic figure. A little bit loose in some of the joints, but I know there's lots of tips and tricks out there that some of the customizers use to tighten that up. And as I said, I'll just spin this guy around so we can see some of the subtle differences. On the back of the figure there, we've got the back of his armor plate, so where we've got one on the front here, we do have one on the back. My bad, I thought we didn't have one, but it's just blended in, which is really nicely done. But it's pretty much not a bad replica when you do the comparisons. And as I said, for the price difference in buying this figure compared to that figure, you know, if you're looking for a Thanos to have in your collection, even just to stand holding his blade, this is probably going to be the one for you. So as I said, available on AliExpress. Just search Thanos Endgame and you'll find the figure. If you don't, try Endgame Marvel, Thanos Avengers 4. You'll eventually trick one down. They seem to populate quite nicely. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that's been of value to you. If you're like me and you're careful on how you spend your dollars. As I said, if there's anything with all the other reviews that I ever do that's in the room that I haven't done a review on, let me know and I'll try and get around to do one of those. But anyway, be good. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting the notification bell and watching the videos as they pop up. I really appreciate it. But anyway, cheers.